today on Monica News. It's going to be a windy day, so hang on to your hats and your skirts because it's going to be a stormy day.
Cut! This is not the Monica News!
Oh no!
It is not! This
What's
is
happening?
the one, the only Danica Daycast!
Oh, Danica Daycast!
Welcome.
Welcome.
I think that went well. It's Monica's idea, and I'm glad she had that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to run the news station.
Yeah, well, we got cameras. We could just make up our own news.
Yeah, maybe we could have a show on the side where it's me saying the news.
Well,
Just a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah. Well, I had the we never did it, but I had that idea for I wanted to have like a show where the whole gimmick, like I want to have a news show where the whole gimmick of the news show was one person finds like an article of something that like you would not know about whatsoever, right? So,
Yeah.
like a mayoral election like halfway around the world in like some city you've never heard of or something like that, you know. Basically, one person finds that article, prints it off, hands it to someone. The other person has like 1 minute to read it, and then they have to like report on it right after.
Yeah.
We tried it once. I don't know if the video is still there, but we tried it on.
We tried
live streamed it
I
on
don't
Twitch.
remember that
Yeah.
Oh.
When one of my old college buddies came by. Maybe you weren't there.
I don't remember.
I definitely tried it.
Know.
I definitely tried it. It's a good idea. I could see you as a newscaster.
Yeah, it's just those teleprompters. The writing looks bad on them.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. I guess it's probably
for my dyslexia.
yeah, being dyslexic and having to read off of a teleprompter.
Yeah, it's
isn't.
gonna be hell.
Yeah, you're gonna have issues there.
I think it would be better with the signs, like someone holds a sign, like in Shrek.
Who? Oh yeah, it's like on like a wooden board or something,
yeah,
right?
when they get when he interrupts the wedding.
Does that help though? Like, would that like, is it easier for you to read things that have been like physically written down versus typed as a dyslexic person, or is it like all the same? I guess it depends on who's writing it, right?
No, like if it's typed up on something physical.
So it's just like the screen that's like you got an issue with.
Yeah, it's harder for me to look at stuff on the screen.
What we could do is like you're the reporter, but there's no screen. It's just me interpretive dancing, and you got to like react to that.
I don't think that's like a.
You don't believe in my dancing abilities?
No, I don't believe in them. That's a strong no. It's like, nah.
If anyone's ever looking for an interpretive news dancer,
Oh, you know those like.
I'm your man.
You know those things that happen a lot, like there's like people that do like the sign language, but they don't know like any sign language, and it's all like a scam.
Yeah,
and I just love that. Sometimes they're funny, but sometimes it's just like, why would you do that?
What blows me away is when people do it at like such like a high level things. It's like there's really nobody there that could like vet them ahead of time. Like, who's hiring these people? Someone who's hiring like a sign language interpreter better know sign language.
Also, when it's for songs or stuff and they're like dancing,
that's great.
That's like the greatest talent to have, I feel like.
Yeah, and that's like a new thing too, because I think like the old way is just like doing normal sign language.
Yeah, and it's a new thing, and it's so cool.
Yeah.
And then you showed me, and I remember being like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!"
Yeah, like there was with the new Super Bowl, I saw a clip of like somebody doing that with like Rihanna's performance, and she was great at it.
Yeah, that was really cool. I think that's the one you showed me, and I'm like, "That's so cool! I want that just for some weird event."
I love it. I love that like you can still get like I
want to see
like
that,
a feel
like,
for what it is.
Like next time we go see a concert, that would be cool if we saw that.
Usually, it's only for like the crazy big people.
Yeah, I know. I don't think we've seen one for the concerts.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I don't really think so.
I normally see it with like either like pop or like hip hop kind of stuff or like rap, that kind of thing.
Yeah, for like big people like that sing and perform and dance and everything at the same time.
I want to see one for like a big angry band. It'd be cool seeing someone like like signing as like other people are in like the mosh pit. They could bring props on stage. They could bring like somebody to punch.
It's like when we saw the Rolodex Darko, they did all of that. They did the interpretiveness and everything.
There was an interpreter there?
No, I feel like she did a lot with like the performance, like with the singing and everything because of like the fake knife and
Yeah.
stuff.
She was great.
I really believed it.
If you haven't seen our like earlier clip of that, check out our TikTok. I think it's called like Mosh Pits and Old People. But that was amazing. That was amazing. I would love to.
I feel like it just added something to it, like with all the old people being there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel like it would have been the same without all those people there.
Yeah. The whole thing was just perfect though.
Yeah.
And I love like that's our thing. Like we love seeing like live music together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't like there's no better thing that I like to do with you. It's like so much fun, and I know I'm like stressed out like when like driving there and stuff cuz that's stressful, but when we get there then it's just like, it's just so much fun.
Yeah, it's always a blast. Yeah. I always get weirded out with like the whenever I have to like interact with people, and it's like, okay, I show this person this and then I do this and I do this. That's what freaks me out. You know? Like, what's the procedure here? What's the process?
Yeah. That too sometimes.
But once you're in, it's great.
But once you have like the bracelet or whatever they give you, and then you're like, I feel like there's like stress lifted off, and you're just like, okay, now I can just enjoy this.
Yeah. Who's the best? Who's your favorite band that we've seen live?
I feel like it's somewhere between like the Strokes and like I'm having a brain fart with the it's Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne, yeah.
She was like really like, because like it was like really like majestic, like with the sparkles and everything, and it was like that like nostalgia of like, oh my god.
Well, what did we see her? I think it was like the first night of like the new tour or something when we saw her like a year or so ago. It was something
just,
like that
because like she was such a big part of like my childhood and
Me
everything.
too, yeah.
Like that was just like such a like royalty. It was like seeing royalty for some reason. Like I see her more as royalty than like the actual queen or
and she was
whatever.
like, she was psyched to be there though. Like you could
clearly
you could
tell
clearly
in
tell
her face like that she was proud to be like in Canada and stuff.
And she had those like big black like balloons, and like she was like, let's bring more of them out. She started like kicking them.
Yeah, I loved it when she started kicking all the balls and stuff, and it was just great.
I just remembered what was that one concert where someone went out and they had like a big colored ball or something on stage, and I like yelled out to the band, "Let me touch your balls!"
Oh yeah, that was the band before something.
It was one of the opening bands.
The one we saw recently.
I'm pretty sure it was My Chemical Romance, which that concert was insane. That concert when we saw like
I think it was.
Yeah.
It was either that or something else. I'm not sure.
It was
I can't recall.
It was me, you, and like one of my closest friends who I've been friends with since like middle school. But yeah, we saw My Chemical Romance, and I can't remember if we talked about this, so I'll be short. But it was when we saw My Chemical Romance, we saw them in Toronto. We saw them in September, October 2022, something like that. And it was after the show got like postponed twice, because we bought the tickets like January 2020 or something like that. And then, hey, March, people are talking about this new disease or this new like pandemic. But we're like, it'll probably pass by the fall. We're probably safe. And then it gets pushed back to 2021. And then we're like, okay, but by the time it's like fall 2021, COVID's going to be over. This won't be a thing anymore. And then it gets pushed back again.
But I feel like by the time that it was going to be put on again, I completely forgot about it.
Yeah,
because it was so long ago that we bought those tickets.
But I think it was worth the wait. Like I was excited the whole time. But the great thing is we were like general admissions. We're like basically front row. We're like a little bit back. We met this one dude who was there who was like, I just go to concerts on my own. I meet new friends. That guy was cool. He was like giving you and my other friend like tips on like how to like go in the mosh pit and everything, which I know like isn't your scene. I definitely went in there. And I was wearing like my jean jacket and everything. And when I came out, like if you touched the jacket, it was just like drenched in sweat. I said I feel like I walked out of like a big emo orgy. I was just wet all over. Oh my God, it was amazing. And the great thing too, when we saw My Chemical Romance, I should have taken pictures. It was great because we were walking around Toronto and you could see just by walking around the streets, like downtown Toronto, who was there for the concert and who wasn't. You know, you'd have like normal people, dudes in like business suits, you know, people wearing whatever. And then there's like a good chunk of people dressed all in black. They got like fake blood. They got like stuff like ripped up. Like it was amazing. It was amazing. Oh, and they were at the top of their game. And they played stuff from like the singles and like their popular stuff, of course. So like stuff from like their first album, which really doesn't get the love and respect it like deserves. They played stuff from like Conventional Weapons, that like scrapped album that they ended up releasing like just before they broke up. That was one of the best concerts of my life. That and the Voids. When we saw the Voids in Toronto, oh my God, I think that's number one for me. I loved it. But I love doing that with you. Like that's our thing. Like that's and it's cool because like before we started dating, I'd been to a few concerts here and there. I don't think you'd been to any though.
Well, my first concert, the Barney one.
That doesn't count.
That's what you say. Oh, it doesn't count. It's Barney.
We've seen like real bands. Barney doesn't count.
Yeah, but Barney had emotions and he made me feel like I was whole inside. I'm just kidding.
Barney made you feel like you're whole inside.
I'm just kidding. I fear for Barney. I'm afraid of Barney because of his human teeth.
How depressed were you as a young child? I just need to feel whole. Those are like adult feelings.
Daniel, but anyways, like I am afraid of Barney a bit because like he doesn't have sharp teeth and he has like square teeth that look like human teeth, and I'm like, I was always freaked out on how white his teeth were too, and I was like, whoa, what's happening? Why does he have white human teeth? And
so just to be clear, like you were like scared of Barney because his teeth weren't sharp. You were scared of him because he has the teeth of a herbivore.
Because he doesn't look like a normal carnivore dinosaur.
So you would be less scared if he had teeth ready for like devouring meat and like ripping you apart.
Yeah, but he still had a smile, like a inviting smile, you know. But he still had all the elements of a dinosaur, you know.
How long was Barney on air for?
He's still inviting. He's purple, and no dinosaur is purple.
Well, you don't know that. Like, they guess the colors.
I don't think so. But anyways, like that, the color already makes him inviting, and then like the teeth and everything else doesn't match a normal dinosaur. Just you already have the color purple. That's enough. And then like just give him all the elements of a normal dinosaur.
So what would they have to do to like make Barney less scary? Sharper teeth, a less purple color? Is that step 2?
No. He can keep his purple color. I like his purple color. That he can keep that. It's just like he already has that purple color. Just give him all the normal dinosaur elements that we want to see. Okay? I want to see these elements.
Show Monica the elements.
Show me.
I love you so much.
But that's why I like his friend better, like the yellow friend with the,
Yeah. That guy was a dork. I don't like that. I mean,
there's anything wrong with He's my favorite.
Why?
Don't call him a dork. What makes him a dork?
Maybe dork's not the right word. But he looks like someone who's trying to be cool, but he isn't.
But that's what I liked about him.
But he also, I feel like in his later years, like it probably went to a dark place. Like I see him as like
dark place, like where?
Like he's like spending too much time on 4chan. Like he's going a little incel. He's going a little
what? But he's the most inviting
yellow
person.
Dino nationalist.
He's like the one that calmed me down, because like you know how Barney was a bit scary to me. And then when he was there, I was like a bit calmer because like he's like yellow and he's a color yellow and he's so happy and he's so like, oh.
I'm telling you, he's got
and
a
he's
dark,
a cutie.
dark stuff
cutie.
going on.
He's more of a cutie than Barney.
Barney is a little frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then when his friend comes, it calms you down because he's a color yellow and you're just like all happy again.
Isn't he like supposed to be into like baseball or something? Isn't he like a sporty dude?
Yeah, but it's okay. He can have his sports thing.
I feel like him and that green girl have like some. I'm telling you,
green girl?
She's the green dinosaur.
I don't remember the green dinosaur.
There's a green dinosaur. She's like.
But I have it right. It's the yellow.
Yeah.
He's all
friend, yellow. Yeah,
and he has like the.
Yeah.
He's the dinosaur that I don't remember the name of the dinosaur.
I don't either. I don't either.
He has the like thing.
But I'm telling, I bet there's something dark. Maybe it's like the green girl like brings people in, and she's like, "Come play with me," ha ha ha, and then he kidnaps them.
No,
brings them to the basement.
Daniel.
Harvest organs. It's how they fund the show. It's how they fund the show.
My best dinosaur in a bad place.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't trust him. I don't trust.
My favorite dinosaur, you're putting him in a bad place.
I don't trust the guy.
In your heart, and I feel like you need some words of wisdom.
Give me these words of wisdom.
Because you need to put this dinosaur in the place that he deserves to be.
I need to give me your wise words. I'm ready. It is now time for Monica's words of wisdom.
Heal your heart. Find the dinosaur inside of you. And don't look back. Don't deflect. Feel the energy
this is
that this yellow dinosaur is telling you to feel.
I think it's too late. You've already been indoctrinated.
Oh no! I thought I could use you could use some words of wisdom, but I see it's just too late.
You're in a cult. You're in a cult.
It was a joke. You can never take my joke.
If anybody has some pro tips on how to escape a cult, please comment below. Let us know.
I just like being dramatic.
Monica needs help.
I like being dramatic.
Do not get in a van with that dinosaur. Do not.
Do not get in a what?
A van.
Where they hand out candy?
Just anything with that dinosaur. Anything. If you see him, you run. You know, my mom always hated Barney.
Why? What was her reasons? I want to hear all the reasons.
And I agree with her. The reason is because Barney is supposed to be like happy all the time. Like everything's always going to be okay. And you always have to have like a happy face about it, right?
Wasn't that one episode about crying and it's okay to cry?
I don't know. Maybe my mom didn't see that episode. But but the whole thing is, right, there is this like whole spectrum of emotion. I just like the word spectrum because I'm on it. But anyways, there's a whole range of emotions, right? Hey, we're back. So quick little apology if it's we'll see how it is in editing if it's a weird little cut. I forgot to charge some batteries.
Bad Daniel.
I had to. It's the audio on these mics here. Our recorder, the batteries died, and we lost 10 minutes. It was just us talking about Barney a little bit more, YouTube videos. That's it.
Yeah.
But now Monica's going to come at us with the most interesting topic yet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. I only said that because I got nothing on my mind.
Well, before we started the podcast, I was talking about, the last time I was talking about the Queen of Ice Cream in the Candyland.
Yeah.
And I thought I had this really funny idea.
Yeah.
That, like, it's this, like, intense moment, and, like, she's, like, pregnant with like an ice cube, and then she's like, it's like hard to like take it, push it out. It's a whole ordeal. I don't know why my brain is so messed up.
Would the ice cube melt though as she's pushing it out?
No, because she's cold.
She's
cream
cold.
Queen.
That's true.
And then like when it comes out, she's so happy that she gave birth to an ice cube. And I don't know why that's in my brain. I'm messed up.
She'd have to like really protect the kid, because is she in Candyland? Is she made of snow? Is she like?
She's made out of ice cream, right? Or something.
I don't know. You're the one that played this game.
But she has an ice cream dress, but then the rest of her, I don't know if it's ice cream. Because her skin looks like it's like made out of snow or ice or something.
Yeah. I don't trust that.
Yeah.
That seems sketchy. You need the ice cream skin, or the ice cream snow, or the snow cream.
Yeah. My brain is
words?
corrupted.
Corrupted.
Corruption.
Corruption.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she'd have to protect her kid because it's like an edible kid.
It's an edible kid.
Yeah, because like it's just like something you put in your drinks.
You know what got cut out of our conversation?
Yeah.
Me talking about old.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go through this once more.
No.
One more time.
It was torture enough once, and then you're going to make me torture again?
Yes. Here we go. So a lot of people talk about like, what age are you old, right? When's old age kick in? Is it like your 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s, 200s?
But
not as many people
it's
say
not
that.
old. It's just time passing by.
No, that's the thing, okay? So when people say like someone's old, they usually mean like their physical attributes, what they're capable of, right? If you're mega wrinkly, if you can't walk well, if you gotta, your legs aren't what they used to be or whatever, then people go, you're old. But I think that's wrong. I think then you can go, you have certain conditions or certain attributes or certain things about you. But I think young and old should really just be, what is your age compared to other people's ages? And in Canada, the average age is like 41. So I say, if you're 40 or under, you're young. If you're 42 or older, you're old. Now, what I've learned is that many people who are 42 and up do not like hearing that.
Yeah, Daniel.
But they take it as like...
As an insult.
Like, it's the whole like life begins at 40 thing, and there's so much I can do. I can run like a 8K marathon. I can do backflips. I can do this and this and this.
Yeah,
and
Daniel.
this.
Why can't you see? Why can't you see?
But the thing is, when I say old, that's not what I'm referring to. When I say old, all that I'm referring to is
what are you referring to?
Is just, are you older than most people?
Oh,
are you older than the average age?
Don't go there, Daniel.
And if you are older, I think if you are older than the average age, you're old. And I think if you're younger than the average age, you're young. And the only people who've disagreed with me are people who are 42 or older, who say,
Daniel.
I'm not old. I'm not like my parents. I'm not like,
I disagree with you too.
Old retirement home. And yeah, we can get to that in a second. And the other thing is, I was talking to one of my buddies who's like, about our age, and he feels old because he's not like 20 anymore. He's like 26, and it's like, it's not like the old days in college and blah, 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 blah. But I don't think young and old comes down to physical attributes or really anything else. It's just, what point in your life are you, and especially compared to other people? If you're older than most people, if you're above the average age, you're old. If you're under the average age, you're young. And the other part of this too is I say 41 is the middle age. 41 is average. So if you're 41 years old, you're middle-aged. And you can debate of like how far you should stretch it, but I think as far as you push it in one direction, you go the other, right? So if you say 41's middle-aged, but so is 51, I'm on board with that as long as you also say 31 is middle-aged, right? Keep it the same distance on both sides.
I gotta disagree for your mom's sake. I gotta disagree. I disagree. I still want to be in the will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my mom's counter argument too is that like, well, first of all, the whole average age thing is based off of, you got to factor in like premature deaths, like children that don't make it and that kind of thing, like little babies. And her other thing too is, or is it just the baby thing? Oh, that middle age is like the middle of like adult age. But I think it's just the middle of your life. That's what I mean by middle age. But people will talk about like 60-year-olds being middle-aged, 70-year-olds. I saw someone talk about John Cleese. John Cleese was in like an interview on something from like Monty Python. The dude's, if he's not 80, he's nearing 80. I don't know his age, but people referring to him as middle-aged. That's not the middle. That's not the middle. He's a lovely guy. I hope he has a good few years left. But I mean, he seems like a lovely guy. I don't know. But once you get near that part, you ain't in the middle anymore. You know, 70 isn't middle aged, 80 isn't middle aged, unless if you live to 140 and 160.
He's young at heart. Okay, Daniel.
You can also make the
You're going against the argument that people can't be young at heart.
You can also make
shame on you.
The very
shame. You bring shame upon us all.
Okay, here, let me bring the mood down. You can also make the very depressing argument that, like, anyone over the age of 18 is middle-aged if they're autistic.
Why?
Because we got a life expectancy of 36.
Okay, that's...
No, yeah,
let's not bring that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop it.
So,
stop it.
I'm post-middle-aged.
You stop it.
But I think I'm going to make it. I'm going to be one of them that sticks around. Got to bring that number up. Oh, no. But yeah, I think it's all relative. I think it's just relative to like how long people are going to live. I think too. I think like after you die, you can like retroactively change when someone is middle-aged. You know? I think so. Like I think if you live till like 50, then 25 is middle age. But you wouldn't know that when you're living.
Okay.
Right? But like if I'm like walking around and like
can we stop?
An elephant jumps off a ramp,
what?
Lands on me, squishes me,
what?
And I'm gone at the age of 26, then 13 was middle aged.
You go to a Barney concert, Barney jumps on you, it's over for you.
Yeah. Exactly. You get squished at 4. Oh, this is getting depressing. It's getting depressing. Okay. We can change.
No, not at 4. Maybe you're a parent and you're taking your kid to a Barney concert.
That's also sad. Potentially worse.
Make it stop, Daniel. You've done this to me. You're the reason why. Daniel.
What?
Okay, so you know how against Tom Nook I am, and I just want him to go to jail for something like ridiculous, like stealing candy from like a like local candy store or something.
He doesn't break any laws in the game.
I don't think he does. But he needs to spend time in jail. He needs to suffer. He needs to know what we go through.
You go to jail?
No, it's because we go through in the game. You go through all the like, oh, you owe this much to Tom Nook, and he puts all this pressure on you, and then he makes the beginning of the game. He makes you work at his like Tom Nook shack or whatever, and it's all like the controversy, like Tom Nook is the ruler, and I want to bring Tom Nook down. Bring him down.
Monica will start the revolution.
I'm coming for you, Tom Nook.
Like the idea is just like flipping through TikTok on his phone or YouTube or something going, what did she just say?
What?
He's got lots of money, right? Is it acorns? That's what we pay for?
I feel like sometimes you think I come out of nowhere with these complaints and I'm just like,
oh, you're a crazy person. But it's cool because I am too.
No, but I feel like I obsess more about these things and I come out of nowhere and you're like, what? Why are you talking about this right now? And I'm like, I just need to complain.
Okay, but you've heard me do that too with like special interests of mine, right? Like you'll hear me talk
Spider-Man and stuff like that. But
what's my big complaint about Spider-Man? What's my big complaint?
Well, you know my complaint that he should end up with Ursula. He should end up.
Is it Ursula? I thought you meant like you mean the cookie girl from like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like Ursula from like Little Mermaid.
She treats him like he should be treated, but he keeps on wanting like that bad attention, and like he wants to be like the right person. He keeps trying to change himself for like Mary Jane, when he should be focusing on like finding someone who accepts him for just him. Like I feel like that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And it annoys me, like, in all the movies. And I'm just like, why are you wasting so much time with Mary Jane?
And if she's making you, like, cookies and milk, like, that's your woman right there.
She wants him, and she accepts him for him.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what he's been looking for, and he can't open his eyes and see her. And it just makes me mad.
But my other issue...
Yeah, that's my issue, though. Your issue is, like, that... I don't remember, but like finding his identity, because he goes evil and then he comes back to, I don't know. I don't remember anymore.
Spider-Man discovers his own.
Please.
My biggest issue with not my biggest issue. One issue I have with Spider-Man comics is nobody dies; they just go to Europe.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the grandma.
Wait. Spoiler alert for Spider-Man comics from the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay? First of all, you have Harry Osborn die. Okay? Harry Osborn dies. It's beautiful. It's like after like him like fighting with his former best friend Peter Parker and everything. There's this beautiful, beautiful shot where he's being like taken out of, I think, like a burning building or something. He's on like a hospital like stretcher. He's about to be loaded in the ambulance. He dies. Before he dies, like he makes up with like Peter Parker, and it's beautiful, right? If comic books are going to bring you to tears, that's going to be one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, Aunt May. Okay. So near the beginning of the Clone Saga, Aunt May, she wakes up from the hospital from this coma. Okay. She wakes up after it was looking like she really wasn't going to make it. She's doing well. There's this she goes back home. Then there's this beautiful scene where she's standing on like the Empire State Building or something like that with Peter Parker. They're looking outside together. They're just taking in the landscape. And she asks like, Peter, how does it feel? And he's like, what? And she's like, how does it feel to be like swinging out there in the open air? And Peter's like, what are you talking about? Oh, I don't know what's happening. And she's like, Peter, I know. I've always known. Like, I didn't want to tell you that I knew, and I've always been worried about you, but I'm so proud of you, and your Uncle Ben would be proud of you too, right? What you're doing is a good thing. And it's beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful comic. If nobody's read, I don't know if this is when the speech happens, but Amazing Spider-Man 400, read that comic. It is amazing. It is amazing, okay? And basically, it's Aunt May who, like, Peter was always like, my aunt's going to get worried. She's going to be, right? Aunt May accepts him, and it's out in the open now, and they connect over it, and it's beautiful. And then very shortly after, she goes back.
She's in Europe.
No, shortly after, she's in her bed, and she's dying. After she basically gets out of the hospital, all of a sudden she's better for a little bit, but it's essentially meant to be her last goodbye. And then she dies in the bed, and like they recite like a part from like Peter Pan, and it's beautiful. Once again, if like a Spider-Man comic's going to make you cry, it's probably that one. Okay?
Yeah, and then they ruin
and
it.
And then later on, the Green Goblin comes back. Okay? The original Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, comes back. Because it turns out that he didn't actually die, because the Goblin serum that made him stronger also allowed him to live and allowed him to survive. Where he actually was he was in Europe the whole time, like with his like secret plans behind the scenes, like plotting his whole thing. He's the master architect of the Clone Saga, and I could talk about the Clone Saga for hours.
Yeah,
but he comes back, and like all hell breaks loose, and like while like Spider-Man and his clone are fighting, the Green Goblin, like Mary Jane is giving birth. Her child is born. Her child comes out. But it's a stillborn. May Parker, who they named after Aunt May, died. At least that's what they've been told. But then it's revealed that the nurse that took the baby and said, "Oh, it's a dead one." She let me rephrase that. The nurse that said that you have a stillborn. I'm sorry, Miss Watson. The baby didn't make it. She was actually hired by Norman Osborn, and she took the baby away to Europe. Okay, baby didn't die. Baby went to Europe. Norman Osborn didn't die. Norman went to Europe. Okay. Then some time passes. Spider-Man does his Spider-Man thing, and then like a little bit later on in the comics, they say Spider-Man hears a tip that May Parker is alive. And he goes, my daughter May. She's alive. She's not gone. And he goes in and he's ready to tear down Norman Osborn. He's ready to go and fight the Green Goblin. Okay?
Yeah.
He's smashing through stuff. He breaks in. He hears someone like behind a door. He breaks down the door. May Parker's there. May Parker is alive. But it's not
it's
his
the wrong
baby
May.
It's Aunt May. And it's Aunt May, and she goes, oh no, don't hurt me, you poor thing. Because the woman that he saw in the hospital, the woman who said that she always loved him and she was so proud of him, she was an actor who got plastic surgery to play Aunt May, and the real Aunt May was actually like shipped off, I'm pretty sure, to Europe again. Okay? And then later on, Harry Osborn comes back.
Bunch of nonsense. They throw it at you, and they're like, they've been in Europe this whole time.
Yeah. And then Harry Osborn comes back in like the 2000s during like Brand New Day. And I think he was in Europe. I think it's explained he just went to Europe. But they did like a little universe reset because Aunt May was about to die again. And then Spider-Man made a deal with the devil.
Okay, we don't need to go that far. We just needed to go to the Aunt May part.
I hate they never let Spider-Man like progress and age as a character.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
He needs,
anytime there's
I
like,
feel like he needs to.
Yeah, it's like, let's bring him back to basics, and they want to have him back with like
him back to high school.
Aunt May, and well, not like a student, but he's got to live with his aunt again. He's got to have girl troubles again, and he can't take care of a job, and he's got to watch out for this. I want to see him progress. I want to see him mature because he's like almost 30 now in the comics, right? Like he's around that point in his life where a lot of people are getting married and having kids, and I want to see a more mature Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Marvel, if you're watching this, stop sending people to Europe. Let them die. Even Gwen Stacy had kids, but they weren't kids with Spider-Man.
Was it with Osborn?
Gwen Stacy banged Norman Osborn.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
She lost her virginity. When you
explained it to me, I thought that was funny, but
she went on.
I see how it's corrupted too. Because it's like weird.
She was a virgin. She never did that with like Peter Parker. Right. But she went off while she was like studying in Europe for like a week. She went and she slept with Norman Osborn. She slept with Norman Osborn.
My ears. Okay, let's change the subject.
And then
my ears.
And then they had two kids who go and try to like hunt down Spider-Man.
No.
And what the original comic was they were supposed to be Spider-Man's kids. They're supposed to be Spider-Man's children with Gwen Stacy.
No.
But they said, no, we can't have Spider-Man having children. So they made him with Norman Osborn.
No.
Like that's better?
Even worse. No.
And then he fights them and they run away and everyone hates that story. Since past. But I could talk for hours.
Okay, we should stop now
talking
day, about Spider-Man.
One day I'll read that secret Spider-Man script that I wrote.
Oh,
my Spider-Man 4. Yeah, I'll read that some other time. I feel
like that script is outrageous.
I want to save that for something special, but I got a good script for Spider-Man 4. But Monica.
Yes.
Do you know what time it is?
It's drawing time!
It's drawing time! So, for those of you who don't know, drawing time is the time
that we draw.
So Monica's going to shake the squid head. Shake! And we're going to get what we get.
Make it storm up.
Let me... Oh, I choose this one. Oh, no. This is one... No!
What?
Tom Nook faces jail time for stealing candy from Was that Candy Shop?
Yeah.
Tom Nook faces jail time for stealing candy from Candy Shop. Okay.
Should we draw something else if
No,
you
it's
want?
good. He's like a raccoon guy, right? Kinda? Yeah.
He's a raccoon guy.
Okay, that's for you.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It is my idea.
You got no regrets. We all know it.
I have no regrets. No regrets. Regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. The only like tattoo like that you can write wrong, I feel like, is regrets, because then you can write regrets or something funny instead.
No.
Tom Nookie.
Isn't Nookie like dirty?
What?
Isn't that like an old people word for sex?
Oh, I didn't know.
Having some nookie or a nookie or I don't know.
Sorry, everyone, I didn't know.
How dare you? You will be banished.
Oh.
Tom Nook faces jail time. Was it for stealing from a candy store?
Yeah.
I'm surprised though that you like playing Animal Crossing on the DS, but you don't want it for the Switch.
It's just like, I feel like, I don't know. It's more like nostalgia at some points, because like I played it so much, like when I was young. Like, it's just, I don't know. And then like I feel like the future, when you have so much control of what's happening and everything, that like sometimes I feel like it's like more like you taking control, when like it's supposed to be like Tom Nook has more control or something. I don't know, like, but like, because then like you feel like more of the need to like rebel and stuff. I don't know.
Does he have ears? Like little pointy ears? And what does he wear? Does he wear like a white shirt or something? Actually, I know what he's going to wear. But does he have pointy ears? I'm going to give him pointy ears.
I don't remember that aspect of him. I think he has like ears, but I don't know. I don't remember if they're pointy.
I want to take some creative liberties with him, because I do not really know what he looks like. Are crayons supposed to break this easily, or is it because of the way I hold like a pencil?
No, I break them easily too.
Because I grip like this. This is not the correct grip, but it's my grip. My writing is horrible.
I always feel like the way you grab pencils and it isn't the right way. But
later on, we should do a writing test sometime, just to compare. Oh, we should do that next podcast. You can try to teach me how to write.
What?
Because I'm still learning.
What do you mean? Are you in first grade or something?
No, but when I was in third grade,
kindergarten?
When I was in third grade, they tried to teach me how to hold a pen correctly, and I tried it. It didn't work, and then the teacher went, "He's too far gone. He'll never learn." Yeah, so my writing is horrible. I think in like a parallel world, like animals play People Crossing.
I'd like to think so.
One's pretty great. And I'm pretty sure that this is what they're going to use as like concept art for the next Animal Crossing. And they're like, we need an idea. What should the new game look like? Oh, Jack Dan's crayons. Nintendo, this is another freebie. I won't give you too many more of these, though. 1 or 2 more game suggestions, and then I expect a paycheck. Fuck the police. Gently. You know, something like 50% of cops are like domestic abusers. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel like a lot of stuff should be handled by a specialist.
Yeah, totally. I hate when
because not everyone deals the same way with a bad situation.
Well, there was a video of a middle school or elementary, some kind of school with children in it, where there was some autistic child who, I don't know, wasn't doing exactly what they wanted, what they were told to do. Maybe they're having a meltdown. I really can't remember the circumstances. But the kid is a kid, it wasn't even high school. It's a younger child. And the cops had their knee on the back of the kid, and I think the mom was just screaming let him go.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's out on TikTok.
But there's a lot of stories like that.
But it's because they don't have the right training, right? You need someone who knows how to deal with someone who has autism. You need to have someone who knows how to deal with somebody who is having a mental health breakdown, and in a lot of instances, the police just come in and they make things worse. And
you do agree on that?
Huh?
I do agree that sometimes they make things more dramatic than they need to be.
Yeah, and they're not needed for every situation. And in general, I don't respect them.
Even when I see I feel like their costumes are too frightening. Even
use a costume.
Well, even when I see them, I get really stressed out, and I'm oh my god, there's a cop, and I feel uncomfortable. The whole point of them wearing that and being it frightens me, and
a lot of them
don't react well to the whole thing.
A lot of them are the old high school bullies who are just looking to get any small amount of power and use it on people. So
yeah, I'm pretty much done.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're done talking about how all cops are bastards.
Not all cops are bad. I don't think all cops are bad.
I didn't say they're all bad. I said they're all bastards. Anyways, we can skip this.
The whole aspect.
Yeah. There's lots to critique. Anyways, let's look at our pretty crayon drawings. Okay, you want to see mine first? So what was it again? It was Tom Nook facing jail time for stealing from a candy store.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So here's Tom Nook. I love it. You know what he's facing?
What?
Jail time.
Jail time.
He's in jail. There's the time. And this cop here, I love
that he still has a lollipop in prison.
He says, "We know what you've done. Look at this clock." And Tom Nook says, "But I'm innocent." But he has a lollipop in his hand. So this is Tom Nook facing jail time for stealing from a candy store. And I didn't know if he had yellow eyes, but I like the idea of yellow eyes. I thought it looked cool. How close am I to the actual Tom Nook? Am I kind of there?
Yeah, I feel like
I got the gist
you're
of
almost
it.
there.
That's good.
You're just missing the tail.
Yeah. It's too late now. It's too late now. All right, let's see yours.
Okay, so I know it's I couldn't resist doing pre-time, the time where he gets caught.
Okay, I need to see this.
So he's in the store, he's licking the lollipops, and he's ooh, I'm taking my time stealing these lollipops, and then he gets spotted, and they're stop right there, we've got you spotted, and then he's oh no, what have I done? I've ruined my reputation.
That's beautiful.
I couldn't. I know I said facing jail time, but I needed to draw just the moment he got spotted.
I love that.
And the guy's in the helicopter.
I love how he's oh no, what have I done? But he looks like he's smiling.
He's still licking. He's still licking.
He's saying, what have I done mid-lick?
Yeah, mid-lick.
Yeah.
And like the guy in the helicopter is like, we've spotted you.
I love that. And what I like about ours is we both went the lollipop route.
Yeah.
We changed the color of it, but like these work together. Like
Yeah.
this is like before the crime, and this is during the crime, and this is after the crime.
It tells a story.
It does.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
We've-
Look, our drawings work together, and it's just like free jail time.
Jail time.
Jail time.
Jail time. I think this is like the best pair yet.
Yeah.
It works together.
It works.
I would like to say that we both won, but we got to be competitive. So vote in the comments below tell us which one do you like more? Do you prefer Monica's of Tom Nook during the crime or mine of Tom Nook after the crime? Watching the time. Dan's or Monica's? Comment below, let us know. This has been the Danica Daycast.
Danica Daycast!
The Monica News whatever. We hope you like what we're doing.
But stay tuned for the Monica News. I'm just kidding.
That's not coming. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Check us out on TikTok. Honestly, this is a long episode. TikTok's got the best clips. Nice, short, and sweet. Little highlights. If you really like what we're doing, you want to support us, or if you just like wearing cool art, check us out at danicadaydreams.ca. That's our business. Monica makes all the art. I offer my little input. I help where I can. And we sell it all across this great country of Canada. And maybe one day the world. But right now, just Canada. This has been the Danica Daycast. Hope you've enjoyed. And goodbye.